2025. Whether you're here on this beautiful campus or joining us through live stream, we're thrilled to kick off this incredible week together. I'm Farron Johnson, proud Clark Atlanta University alumnus and political strategist. Tonight, I have the honor of moderating what promises to be a powerful, heartfelt conversation among some of our most amazing alumni. Before we begin, please join me in welcoming someone who really doesn't need any introduction. Someone who has taken Clark Atlanta University to places and spaces we have never been before, while breaking down barriers with influence and impact. Please join me in welcoming the 5th president of the Clark Atlanta University, Dr. George T. French, Jr.
Good evening, Pastor. Thank you, Trustee Farron Johnson, the influencer within the city of Atlanta that makes things happen, not only for Clark Atlanta University, but for our entire community. So thank you, Trustee Farron Johnson. It's an immense joy to stand before you today on this sacred, hallowed ground that is Clark Atlanta University. I am in front of our emerging student success center as we celebrate Homecoming 2025. Whether you're here in person or joining us online, your presence embodies the vibrant spirit that is the essence of Clark Atlanta University. Reflecting on our journey, I'm proud to share the remarkable strides that we made. And when I say we, what I mean is my team and I, because no one can do this alone. It was Collins that said, when things are going horribly, look in the mirror and accept the blame. But when things are going well, look out the window to your leaders who made all those things happen. So right now, I'm looking out the window of my leaders of the executive cabinet and the administrative cabinet, the faculty members, the staff. I'm looking out my window because we are doing so very well. Yes, Dr. Peters, this year our enrollment surged by 4.3% intentionally, bringing our total to 4,433 students. 4,433 students. And that is and was in the wake of receiving over 50,000 applications for Clark Atlanta University. This growth underscores our unwavering commitment to student success, highlighted by an increase in first-year retention to 73%. Increase in first-year retention to 73%. And of course, by now, yes, you've heard about the transformative gift, the largest gift, David Pavoni, in the history of the university. And of course, we know it's an incremental 10-year gift, so we take that into account, present value. We still are grateful for this huge contribution from the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation. Listen, this unprecedented donation is the largest, again, that we receive from private benefactors, illustrating a profound belief in our mission and vision. All you have to do is look at history. When you go down the beautiful promenade and note the Carl and Mary Ware, that was an investment. We've had major benefactors since we have established this institution, and we're grateful for this latest support. This support from the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation will be directed towards supporting juniors and seniors who are unable to graduate due to financial constraints, ensuring that they can achieve their academic dreams. Yes, this is a landmark moment for our institution. With over $120 million raised to date,
towards our $250 billion with a B, goal, we are now equipped to continue investing in strategic priorities that enhance our academic excellence. Listen, our financial strength remains the cornerstone of our progress. The fact of the matter is, there are only 8 HBCUs in the nation with endowments exceeding $100 million. Clark Atlanta University is one of those. We are the largest United Negro College Fund schools. We are the largest United Methodist Church schools, the largest private HBCU within the state. We are here, and we are here to stay. And we are also proud to be ranked. We're moving through the rankings to number 16 amongst HBCUs, year-over-year improvement that fuels our aspiration to climb even higher. But that's one metric the U.S. World reports. But why don't you look at LinkedIn and see that we are number 8 for return on investment? In other words, when you matriculate at Clark Atlanta University and graduate, oh yeah, you'll make much more than $1 million more over your career than had you not matriculated here. So that's why LinkedIn recognizes us. That's why the Fulbright program just announced our participation, because we are Clark Atlanta University. So as we climb higher, this momentum can only be sustained through your continued and increased support. Yes, I said continued and increased support. It's your dedication that fuels our progress and empowers us to reach even greater heights. As you return to alma mater, as you return to other mother in Latin, it is imperative to give back to the institution that has given you so much. I tell you, thank you, Clark Atlanta University family, for supporting this president, even during the recent loss and transition of my mother. But what I realized, that I always took care of my mother, even when she didn't have to ask. That's what you do for other mother. I shouldn't have to ask, because you all are giving, and I'm asking you to continue giving. Your contributions, no matter the size, are essential to student success. Thank you, Cecilia. They provide direct, critical financial support to students in need, ensuring that financial barriers do not stay in the way of their academic and professional success. What am I saying? I am saying that the gap between individuals who can matriculate and graduate once they come to their senior year, it's between $1,500 and $2,000 that distinguishes them from getting a degree from Clark Atlanta University or going around the corner to work at one of the stores. $1,500 to $2,000. Now, our new Student Success Center is a testament to our dedication to providing innovative resources for our students. Our provost is serious about it. We have a world-class provost who is distinguished with experience in student success from The Ohio State University. And now she's come home to bring those resources and skills here for our students. This facility, rising behind me, is just the beginning of a transformative era for our campus and university. Soon, we will witness the emergence of a North Campus dining hall, along with capital improvements to the suites and Heritage Commons Residence Hall. I'm not talking about just renovating. I'm talking about spending $16 to $20 million just to renovate those halls alone. Moreover, the restoration of Gaines Hall will also be soon underway. Gaines Hall, set to become the future home of the Clark Atlanta University Department, breathing new life into our rich musical heritage. Oh no, they're not like us. They are not like us. Strategically, we are prepared for the upcoming SAC COC on-site visit with a compliance certification report that Dr. Lauren Lopez and her team have worked arduously in the entire campus to make sure that we are not just on time, but our report will be early, reflecting our unwavering commitment to academic quality and excellence. These developments are not merely strategic, operational, and architectural efforts, but a profound investment in our beloved institution and our students' futures. Our campus is evolving both in structure and in spirit. It's homecoming time again. The spirit of Clark Atlanta University is exceptionally high, making this year's homecoming an extra special celebration. An extra celebration as we celebrate our legacy of the past, but also look to the future. This week, as we revel in festivities, we embody the Panther pride that unifies us across generations. Homecoming is a time to reconnect, to reflect, and reignite the passion that propels us to make this place even better than we found it. While we celebrate our achievements, our focus remains steadfast on the future. Our vision is clear: to advance student success, strengthen academic excellence, and ensure financial sustainability. We will to build upon our robust foundation, poised to seize the tremendous opportunities that lie ahead. Thank you, Marshall Taggart, for that relationship with Mayor Andre Dickens and the city of Atlanta, who is fully supporting us. We see your efforts and appreciate you. Thank you for your unwavering dedication. Thank you for your steadfast support and your belief in the mission of Clark Atlanta University. Together, we are not just shaping the future, we are boldly transforming and creating the future. As Panthers, remember to take care of one another and be your brother's keeper. Be your sister's keeper. Our strength lies in our unity and compassion. As Dr. Lori Sadler loves to say, once a Panther, always a Panther. Let us continue to rise, advancing onward and upward with purpose and pride together. I thank you, for it's a great day at Clark Atlanta University, and may God continue to bless our great university, and God continue to bless our nation.
Thank you so much, President French, for those amazing words. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees and all the alumni, we want to thank you again for the outstanding leadership that you serve and so honorably with this university, and more importantly for your leadership. But those inspiring words is what homecoming is all about. It's clear that our alma mater is moving onward and upward. And just as he said, our proud sons and daughters do too. Now, before we get into the panel, I want to turn it over to our amazing cheerleaders who are going to give us a brief performance. All right. Thank you so much. That's an amazing performance by our Clark Atlanta University cheerleaders. They sounded amazing. So now we're getting to the part of the program where we've invited 12 alumni from different generations, different classes, different majors, and they are so excited. This is a talkative bunch. I had to keep them quiet before we actually started. But we're going to go down the line and we're going to give introductions. Now, we want you to be brief. So we want you to say your full name, your major, what year you graduated, and what's your most memorable moment during homecoming. And again, I'm starting off with you, brother. We're going to be brief because we got to make sure we hit this time clock.
Okay, my name is Mark Fields, class of 2000, School of Business, and a fun fact about Clark Atlanta University. Get a chance to spend time with classmates that I hadn't seen over the years. That's my fun fact.
Happy homecoming, everyone. My name is Billette Owens Ashford, and I graduated in 1981. I was a health and physical education major, and a fun fact about homecoming is that while I was here, I was an athlete, a cheerleader, and a sorority member, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and this time of the year gives us an opportunity to come together and see each other.
Hello, Panthers. I am Sherry Martin, class of 1998. I am a history major, and a fun fact, or most memorable, I don't miss homecoming, but in 1997-98, I had the chance to serve as first attendant to Miss Clark Atlanta University, and that was an amazing year.
Hello, family. My name is Janice Durham. I am class of 2005. My major was mass communication, concentration in radio. And a fun fact about Clark Atlanta Homecoming is that we are the best in the AUC Center. That's a fact.
Good evening. I'm Jacqueline Payne Rogers, class of 2006. Business administration major, and my most memorable part of Clark Atlanta Homecoming was serving as Miss Clark Atlanta University 2005-2006. It was my favorite homecoming.
Dr. Warren Hawkins III, social work major, class of 2019. Yes, sir. And I would say my most memorable and favorite part of homecoming would definitely be when I served as the student body government undergraduate president for the 2018-2019 school year. A lot of work that went into that homecoming, and I didn't really get to enjoy homecoming. However, seeing the fruits of the labor, seeing the students, the alum enjoy meant everything to me.
Good evening. I am Brandon Gardner, class of 2009, one of the best classes to come out of Clark Atlanta University. But I was also a mass media arts major with a film concentration. One of the most memorable memories that I have of homecoming was actually 2 years ago. I received 40 under 40, and then also I celebrated my 15-year anniversary at CAU and was on that committee as well. So it was a great time seeing a lot of different people. Homecoming is like a big family reunion for me.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Toy Willis Sampson, class of 1995, education major. And my most memorable experience with homecoming would have to be the parade. I always love to go to the parade, and so that brings back great memories for me.
Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, parade.
Good evening, Panther family. I am Krista McGowan, class of 2011 and 2013, so I'm a double Panther. Undergrad, I have my fashion merchandising degree, and my MBA is in supply chain management. I'm also an inaugural member of Clark Atlanta University's 40 Under 40, and my most memorable homecoming was probably my first one. I was a member of the award-winning Myrner Hall Step Team.
Welcome home, Panthers. My name is Bridget Harris, and I graduated in 1992, and I was a mass comm major as well. And my fondest memory, and it remains the same, is we have a beautiful D9 community. And being with the Divine Nine during homecoming is memories beyond what I could ever say today, but I'm looking forward to it.
Good evening. My name is Corey Dutch, class of 2017, School of Business. One of my best memories from homecomings will probably be being inducted into the 40 under 40.
All right. Well, let's give everyone a round of applause for those amazing introductions. And Dr. French, I would tell you, there's a couple weeks out the year that I'm the most excited. My birthday is one, but obviously homecoming week, and I want to thank you for your outstanding vision. Look, we're sitting here in the middle of our campus. We have an amazing public safety staff here that's making sure everything is going well. But I want you all to dig deep, and I'm going to come to you first with my first segment, the question. And, you guys can be as real as you want to be, but what does the meaning of homecoming really mean to you? What does homecoming mean, and how does it feel stepping back on the yard? You guys have got different professions, you have families, you've gone on to do different things, but what did this moment right now mean to you, stepping back on the yard right now?
Homecoming is many things. I think one of the things it is, of course, one of the things, homecoming is many things. Sorry, there's a background noise a little bit. Homecoming is many things. I think one of the things that homecoming is, I would say it is psychological rejuvenation. I would also say it is a space and a place where successors meet predecessors. And I would also say it's a family reunion. If I had to sum homecoming up in a biblical short, it would simply be this: the prodigal son story, where the young man goes out and lives life and spends all his money and comes back home. That the father ran out to go hug him, right? And when I think about that story, what makes it homecoming is that it didn't matter that that young man messed up in life. It didn't matter that he squandered all of his savings. It says that the father was just happy to see him. And I think that's what homecoming is. All of us are at different spaces in our lives. And when you come back home, you have people who are just happy to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you. What does homecoming mean to you? How does it feel being back on the yard?
Homecoming for me is like family. Everybody always I come back and I love to give flowers to the community, flowers to the men of CAU, and I think that's what homecoming back, just giving back and just making sure that you reach out to someone that's in Clark now.
All right, thank you. Now, you next.
For me, homecoming is family. It is reconnecting with my line sisters, with other alum and friends, but now as a mother, bringing my two children back and seeing the joy in them running around campus and them asking me, are there more homecomings next week? That is what's special for me now.
Thank you. Now, look, we want some stories. Y'all being a little too politically correct. Come on now, the president's sitting in the audience. You guys can be okay. But what does it mean? I mean, come on. Are you looking forward to seeing someone? Are you looking forward not to seeing someone? Do you really want to drink a little bit? Not drink too much because you want to get up Saturday morning after you're on the yard Friday. And then we all struggle after the tailgate. But let's dig a little deeper and give us some good story. I'm going to pick on Sherry here in a minute, too, because I know her very well. I want her to go deep. No, you answer the question. Sherry can go next.
Well, for me, it has changed. At first, it used to be about partying, hanging out, being with my line sisters, and hanging out with all the rich legacy, like I said, about the D9. But now, it's meaning more to me more than ever. Now it's time to give back. As I look at my line sister over there, she's charging us to raise $40,000 as we celebrate our 40th anniversary.
Right. Thank you.
So it's great to come back and hear all of these great things, but it's more important to be a part of those things. And so that's what it means more now for me.
Well, I have to get this in. The staff here at Clark Atlanta University have been working hard. Proud to announce, Mr. President, that we're going to have the most tents that we've ever had at a homecoming. You're going to be able to line the streets. We're not going to talk about what went down over there this past weekend, but you guys are going to have access to so much flexibility to walk around and have fun. But Sherry, I want you to...
And the chief of police has over 100 police officers that will be out here. The chief of police also has over 100 police officers that will be out here. I'm just saying.
Well, the chief, what she asked for, she receives. So we want to make sure we thank you for all your hard work.
Well,
but
them
Sherry,
Deltas take care of business, so I just
there
had to
we
throw
go.
that in there.
Look now, we got some AKs on the front row. We got some Deltas back here.
We're starting early.
We got some Alphas in the building. I wasn't going to go to the Panhellenics divide, but we're going to stay together. But Sherry, tell us, what does homecoming mean to you, being back on the yard? You live here in Atlanta. I know you've been back to every homecoming you said, but what does it truly mean to you?
Okay, so a few years ago, we did a homecoming challenge. And in the rap, I said, I left the wood for CAU. And that's Greenwood, South Carolina. And they said, I came here, I scrubbed the ground for CAU. Because when I was here, Scrub the Ground was the song. So yeah, I'm here.
I knew Sherry was going to go there.
I'm here for the fun. I'm here for the fun. I'm on campus all the time. I am an active alumni. But I come back to have fun. I come back to see my CAU crew, my Myrna Hall crew, my AKA crew, and I want to hang like I'm 21. I want to dance like nobody's watching.
There you go.
And I want to have fun. I'm going to give a lot of side hugs, and I do mean side hugs. But yeah, we're going to have a good time.
Well, I'm looking towards my full hug at homecoming. All right, we're going to go to you next, and then we'll give her the microphone. But we'll go to you next.
So what am I looking forward to this year?
How does it feel? I mean, look, this weather is amazing. The lighting. Shout out to the MASCOM staff who is putting together an amazing production. But yeah, what is it? How does it feel? I mean, we're on this amazing street that we all have went up and down so many times. So just dig a little deep.
It feels really good. There has been so much change on campus. So although I am local here and I try to come on campus pretty often, I'm excited about all the changes that are happening here, whether it's in the School of Business. We talked about the Student Success Center earlier. So I'm just excited for what the future Panthers will get to experience. I'm also excited because my CAU love also went to Clark Atlanta University. So I'm excited to celebrate as an engaged couple and then eventually be on the CAU float for the parade.
Awesome. Thank you.
Just like everyone else said, coming back to Clark Atlanta is like a family reunion. But I'm going to take it a little deeper. Walking down the promenade for me is like walking down memory lane. I'm getting ready to celebrate my 20th anniversary. I graduated in 2005, and I remember when there was Steagles. I remember when there was IKO. I remember when there were projects right down the street. And to me, it's just a reminder of where I came from and where we are, and that's progression. And I'm just so thankful and blessed to be a part of a university that is about progression. And I'm a student that's a testament of it. I come from nothing. And if it wasn't for Clark Atlanta, I don't know where I would be. I'm very successful, and I know I owe it all to this school. I got my first job at the t-shirt store at IKO. Mr. Steagles used to feed me when I had no money. And so coming here is a humbling experience, but I am so proud of the progression that this historical school has brought to us. So thank you, Clark Atlanta.
All right. You took us back wing on week. We all remember.
Wing on week.
Wing on week. And Mr. President, let me tell you something. You will see a lot of things happen on this stroll about midnight. And a lot of people, they weren't all eating wing on weeks. They was out there, doing some other things. But thank you for mentioning Mrs. Steagle and what that meant to this Clark Atlanta University community.
Absolutely. Coming back to homecoming for me brings back a sense of pride. And I say that because my first college experience was at a PWI. And so I came to Clark Atlanta as a non-traditional student and a transfer student. And so when I come back, it just brings back all the pride that I had coming to this school. It brings me back to just the memories that I have with my sorors. Shout out to Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Right, shout out to the Zetas.
And it just brings me back to remembering the courts, because that's where I stayed.
Birdcage.
Yes. And so it just, I feel warmth coming back to homecoming, and I'm so happy to be here on this campus of one exceptional university at homecoming. And so to me, it's just pride. And it brought me back to a sense of when I came here, just being an African-American student surrounded by all these other African-American students who were going in a progressive manner, nothing like it. So I'm so happy to be here.
Well, you bring back a lot of memories about the courts. Mr. President, if you could find somebody that lived up in the courts, try to sneak up in there, that security guard.
I've been here 6 years. The only way I can get a smile automatically out of I say bird cage.
But
The mind start going back. They got memories. They're like, oh yeah.
yeah, a lot of things went on that bird cage, Mr. President.
A lot of things.
I was in there with the football team in 1996, and we lasted 1 year in the bird cage. They got us out of there after that first year. All right, well, we're gonna go here next.
So I'm probably the most seasoned member of this group today, graduating from Clark College in 1981. And so I can remember the college when it was almost just about 3 blocks. And so to see the campus grow the way that it's grown today, I'm from Atlanta, and I go up and down what I call Fair Street. Of course, it's now the Atlanta University student movement. Y'all know what it is. Fair Street. To see the college grow, and you can see the energy every day. But as we lead into homecoming, you see it build and build and build, and the excitement around it. In my family alone, there are 8 Clark Atlanta University graduates. My children went to Clark Atlanta University. I have 2 children, my sister, my brother, his wife. We have cousins. There are probably more, but in our immediate family, there are 8. So growing up in this neighborhood, growing up in and around here, is special for me. While I was here at Clark, I was a cheerleader. And then after I graduated, I coached the cheerleaders for another 25 years.
Awesome.
So to see the cheerleaders, to see the band, to see all of my classmates, sorority, I did live in the courts. Lots of stories down there. But y'all talk about Steagall's, but what we talked about when we were here was the greasy spoon. And so everybody knew that you could get a good chicken sandwich right down here, right off of Road Street, but you had to go down there quick and get it and get out, because there was a whole nother element going on. But they wouldn't bother us while we were going to get our chicken sandwich. So those kind of memories are the kinds of things we think of. And the friendship, the fun. I am first generation college student. And so coming to Clark really made a big difference. My family is AME. So they thought we were all going to go to Morris Brown.
Right.
And so my pastor said, I know you're going to Morris Brown. And I said, no, I'm kind of interested in Clark College. And so that kind of won even the members of my church over. And so again, being here is very special. It means a lot. And I think that I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world. I'm here every year.
Thank you. And I want to, if the camera can pan here, great. If not, but we're on the corner of Snick Way and the Atlanta Student Movement Boulevard. And again, it was our president and Lori who came up with this recommendation by the president to say, look, if we're going to do this, let's highlight this beautiful campus and all it has to bring. So,
We are going to do another alumni house, but that one really had to go.
Yeah,
Do you see how beautiful it is out here?
Yeah.
We deserve better than
So
that.
for the
We're gonna
folks
make sure
on the
that
live stream, you all remember coming to the old alumni house. And so again, we're right here. And as we're looking into the cameras, people are standing on the ground where the old alumni house was there. But the president has informed us that we're going to build a new alumni house and keep it going. All right, so listen, we got 2 more people going to go. Then after that, we got 3 more segments to get to. And so I'm not going to be able to come to everybody with the same question, but try to keep it brief, my brother.
I'll definitely make mine real quick. So kind of like everybody else, I joke. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee, and I always say Nashville raised me, but CAU truly made me. Being 18, coming to Atlanta, Georgia, growing up with predominantly white people in the background, and coming to this HBCU, this is where I found who I am. I was in the original Brawley Hall, and those men who stayed there, that was some tough love in Brawley Hall back in the day. But no, for me, it's just like coming back, having people here, professors who loved me, who really saw the best in me, and who really put a lot into me who I am today. So I owe a lot to Clark Atlanta University.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I know he's asked us to be real. So as freshman and sophomore class president, I can remember when you had to show your ID to go into. I got here in '88. You had to show your ID to go into the Pfeiffer or Myrna Hall. So as freshman class president, how I was able to avoid that was, I would tell her, well, I'm the freshman class president, so I'm trying to make sure that the dorm is up to standards. So for months, people tried to figure out, well, how did you get into the 2nd and 3rd floor without having to show your ID? I said, don't worry about that. I'm trying to make the dorms better. But I will say that Clark Atlanta University at the time when I started here was Clark College, and a fun fact that he talked about earlier was when I got my acceptance letter, it said Clark College. So when we got here in '88, the August of '88, we were like, the new school is Clark Atlanta University. I was like, that's not what my acceptance letter said. But it's all good. It's a family. I tell people when I bring people to homecoming all the time, they always try to figure out why the love we have here. Regardless of what D9 you're involved with, wherever you're from, people are always family. We always love each other, and we know this is the greatest university in America.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to move to our next segment. I'm going to ask you guys to try to make sure you answer the questions pretty quickly. So I'm going to start with you since you have the microphone. What is your most unforgettable homecoming moment? And then I want the gentleman next to you to answer the same question.
My most unforgettable homecoming moment would have to be when I returned back from homecoming and was down, I guess what you say, the D9 Delta, down in the bottom, and just being able to reconnect with all of my D9 brothers and sisters from all the different organizations and hugging on them and loving on them and going into their tents, enjoying festivities. And so probably for me, because life for a while and I didn't get a chance to come back. And so coming back a couple of years ago and being able to fellowship with them probably has to be one of the most memorable experiences, and looking forward to going forward.
Thank you.
So my most memorable memory was actually during my 15-year. During tailgating, during our reunion tent, there was a moment where the DJ was playing music, but he automatically switched to like gospel music. And there was photos of like our deceased classmates. And in that moment, I don't know what happened, but the Holy Spirit was definitely in that tent for that moment. There was a lot of crying, a lot of hugging. You can tell people who were holding on to things back in school forgave each other in that moment. That to me was a very powerful and truly an unforgettable moment in that for me for homecoming, because that just showed like no matter how things are rough or how things are bad, but life tomorrow is never promised. And I think that for me was a truly memorable moment for me.
Thank you. All right, the same question to the gentleman and lady up front, and if you can get a microphone to him, and we'll come to you guys next.
I guess I would say my most unforgettable, thank you, is I remember when we changed the homecoming concept from tailgating outside to inside. And when we did that, it really just propelled us to the next level as a homecoming community.
So for me, there's several, but one that's most memorable is when my first child decided to come to Clark Atlanta, and she made the cheerleading team. And with me being an ex-cheerleader from Clark College, coaching the team, and I wasn't coaching at the time, I had gone on to do other things, but to see her out there cheering where I once stood as a cheerleader cheering for Clark Atlanta University was just most memorable, and I could almost see myself out there. So that was really great for me.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm going to go down to the end here. Let's pass the microphone back to them. To you, sir. How has Clark Atlanta University's connection opened up doors for you in your personal and professional life?
Clark Atlanta has opened up doors in my personal and professional life in so many ways. One of the persons being here is Brother Marshall Tagger. I'll never forget my freshman year. I'm in the CAF, and it's freshman induction week. So I'm wearing a tie that I barely knew how to tie. It's going past my waist. And our first introduction together was him teaching me how to correctly tie that tie. Little did I know that that was my gateway and my introduction to brotherhood. And not just from the frat. Of course, I'm a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha Phi chapter. Gotta let them know.
The best fraternity in the world.
But just, I would even say a mentorship that I needed, because when I looked up, and all of my mentors at Clark Atlanta were well-spoken, well-dressed, and they all wore bow ties. And I know I got a turtleneck on right now, but that's my signature. Even my fraternity brother, Kafabian Hurd, who designed my first book cover. I always say, and I know you said be brief, but it's so hard to be brief with an institution that gave you so much. And you touched on it earlier, like even when I kind of stepped on the campus, I got chills. It was like a trip down memory lane because Clark Atlanta invested in so much in me. It helped me discover pieces of myself that I never even knew that I had about myself. I did the freshman class induction speech. Clark Atlanta selected me to speak here, speak there, speak everywhere, and I used that to create a visual reel to speak all across the world, speak on national television. The list goes on. All that to say, I would not be who I am today had God not allowed me to cross paths through Clark Atlanta University.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Same question to you, ma'am.
For
And
me,
then, unlike my little,
I won't preach. We'll pass the plate when he get done.
We ain't going back to him today.
Somebody pass me a plate. For me, Clark Atlanta has been a network that grows and grows and grows. I have so many friends that go to PWIs and they talk about, oh, my experience is better than yours. But I can always count the times they call me to use my HBCU network because we can unlock doors that they can't. And the network that is the AUC, that is CAU, is one that is second to none. I've used for lawyers, doctors, networking with my own business, and it is a network that is strong and fruitful. And I'm so grateful for Clark Atlanta.
Thank you for being on time. Unlike that young alpha man down there. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you now. New question: how do you stay connected outside of homecoming? What is some of you heard her talk about how she uses the network, folks? But how do you all stay connected when it's not homecoming with some of your fellow CAU alumni?
Well, definitely with social media, Instagram, Facebook, definitely posting. I'm a person that always posts jobs, so all of my friends, we usually come work together. So a lot of my friends come work for me, and they're able to get on their feet and do new stepping stones. So it's always a place for just social media. That's where we definitely connect.
So for me, it is Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. We were founded in 1931. So we're approaching almost 100 years. And so within that network, there are so many of my sorority sisters who are connected, who work for the institution, who got graduate degrees here. We're connected all throughout the AUC, and we're always working together. So largely that's how I stay connected. And then to be honest with you, we love our family. So we're always networking with other CAU alum. We look forward to seeing them. We connect outside of homecoming, those that live here locally. So we're always in connection and just love the family unit here. And Dr. French, see him everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Dr. French is everywhere, all over the world. All right, we're going to come back up to the front row here. Different question for you and Sherry, but you can go first. What inspired you to give back? You heard the president in his State of the University remarks talked about we got this amazing gift, $16.5 million from the Blank Foundation, $1.6 million per year for 10 years, but we need more alumni giving. So what inspired you to give back, not only with your resources, but with your time and your mentorship?
Yeah, how could I not give back? Because Clark Atlanta has done so much for me. If it wasn't for coming to CAU, I wouldn't have started my first career in sales. So one of the ways I give back is through time and also financially. But when I first graduated and I got my first career job, I used to participate in Pause, I think it's called Pause with Clause. And so I would come back and do a lot of recruiting for other students to make sure that I can provide, a resource or opportunities for them to, propel in their careers. So that's pretty much how I give back. I also, for years, I would go to the Spirit of Greatness and would often give back that way as well.
Sherry, same question.
We all know that it says, to whom much is given, much is required. And it's required, not you should, but required. And it's amazing how 4 years at Clark Atlanta University put so much into me. 2023, I was a recipient of the Spirit of Greatness Awards for giving back. So time, talent, and treasure, it comes back to Clark Atlanta University all the time. I feel that, like right now, my friends know that you're going to get a link from me If you're class of 98, if you're AKA, if you're the CAU crew, I'm gonna send you a link so that you can donate something. For the birthday, I did a 34 for 34? Every year I do a birthday challenge for Clark Atlanta University. So it's always about giving back. I feel that life moves at the speed of relationships. That's one of the mottos for a group. If we reach out and we help each other, giving back, we can help build this campus, buildings, build students, mentor. So it's all about time, talent, and treasure back to Clark Atlanta University.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we got one more person that hasn't answered the question yet. Please be brief because we got to wrap here in a little bit. But what is most important that we have not reflected on? What's the one thing you haven't heard from your fellow alumni that's important that you would like to say? And when you think about your homecoming at Clark Atlanta University?
I think just come home is something that really hasn't been mentioned. I know sometimes I have conversations with friends and they're like, Krista, how do you know about all these events and how do you get involved and get these opportunities? And honestly, I just come home. I come on campus, I visit the Office of Alumni Relations, and I give my time, my talent, my treasure, and that's really just how it happens. So, you know, we said, once a Panther, always a Panther. There's always room for you. There's always opportunities for you to give, for you to mentor. I just attended the inaugural Women's Circle event. I think there were 2 alumna that attended. So there are so many opportunities for us to come on campus, to get involved, and to give back to our illustrious institution. So just come home.
If I could very quickly, as we approach Thanksgiving, I remember then when I was younger, right? Went to law school, University of Richmond, but come home to my mother's house at Thanksgiving. But I'm like 20-something years old. The turkey was there, but I didn't pay for it. The dressing and all that, I didn't pay for it. Once I said, boy, you better wake your butt up. You're a man now. You can't go to mama's house at Thanksgiving and eat and not help pay for the turkey. I'm just saying to my alums, come back to alma mater. When you come back, take care of other mother.
Well, we're going to, real quick, and I want to be quick, and you're going to go down the line. One word, if you can give us one word, what does being a Panther mean to you? Just one word. Sherry, and then you're going to go to your left.
That's a hard one. Ooh.
All right, we're going to come back to Sherry. We're going to start with this sister right here.
Pride.
Pride. All right, go to next.
Oh, my goodness. I'll come back.
Okay.
Legacy.
Legacy. Go to this gentleman right here.
Resilience.
Resilience. I'm repeating them so you don't repeat it.
Excellence.
Excellence.
I'm going to say alignment.
Alignment. Love it.
Prosperity.
All right.
Drive.
Okay, thank you.
Tradition.
Tradition.
Discovery.
Discovery.
Success.
Success.
Transformational.
All right, there you go. And Mr. President, give us one word. Money.
I was going to say that. I was going to say 2. Alumni giving.
Alumni giving. That's 2 words. You can get 2 words of it. You the president.
I can say one thing, though. That's real important, not just because we need the money, but we're in the midst of the campaign.
Yeah.
And that's what they're asking us. What is your alumni giving percentage? That's what they want to know.
Absolutely. Well, David's in the audience, and I'm definitely going to make sure I continue to give him my money. But that's going to wrap up this amazing conversation. Let's give these panelists a round of applause. On behalf of everyone here, I want to thank you all so much for sharing your time and being honest and giving back. I mean, you look at the words that we heard, you know, legacy, prosperity, money, alignment, resilience. These are all words that embody the spirit of Clark Atlanta University. And so I want to thank everyone who's here today, but more importantly, thank everyone who has been on the live stream. I encourage everyone to come out to homecoming. The one thing that we didn't hear about are the fashion shows and the step shows. And shout out to our sports programs who are doing outstanding, our student athletes. And also thank you so much for the leadership here at Clark Atlanta University. President French has assembled an amazing team who did this. And shout out to Lori Sattler who put this together. Let's give her a big round of applause. And I just encourage everyone to stay prayerful, stay hopeful, and make sure that you continue to give back, whether it's through your money, your time, or your phone calls or social media. But stand up for this amazing, amazing historically black college or university, because we all pay a huge debt of gratitude for our experience here. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing everyone at homecoming. Please be safe and enjoy yourself.